If you want speed with effortless power in the golf swing, you've got to understand how to properly release the golf club. And without fail, 99% of the time, most golfers swing with their upper body to release the club instead of letting their forearms turn over to release the club, because they're afraid that they've been told that that's less consistent or requires more timing or it leads to hooks. None of that stuff is true. And the fact is, every single tour pro on the planet lets their forearms turn over in the release. If they didn't, they wouldn't be tour pros for very long, because that's where the vast majority of your club head speed comes from in the golf swing. Most golfers nowadays are taught, though, to take your chest and turn it through as hard as you can. Oh man, I feel that already. If you don't like your spine or your hip or your knee or your ankle, and you don't mind being injured, then by all means, keep taking every major organ in your body and your precious spine and put as much shear force and load on it as you can over and over and over again in your golf swing. Of course, that sounds pretty silly, because it is if you don't want to get injured in the golf swing. In fact, in 2010, when I saw Tiger Woods making the changes that he was making, I predicted that he was going to injure his back by doing that exact same thing. In fact, you probably saw him making practice swings doing this crazy stuff, trying to feel as if he's swinging over the top and using his shoulders to rotate the club through. Thankfully, he didn't always do that in his swing, but he kept drilling and drilling and drilling, and eventually I was proven right, and he did destroy his back doing those moves. So if you don't want to have the same fate and you want more power, less effort, and more control over your golf swing, then you've got to learn how to release the club properly. And that comes down to simply letting your forearms turn over. You never try and actively do this. The club head wants to do this. That's why the shaft is in the heel. If you simply start softening up your hands and feeling the club, it doesn't want to do this. How would I hold the club face open in the release? It naturally wants to swing and release over, and that is speed. I'm barely moving my body at all. There's no stress on my spine. My forearms are designed to do this naturally all day long, and look at how much speed I can produce just by letting my forearms turn over. The problem comes when you try and combine a proper release, like you see the pros do, and still keep spinning your shoulders. Of course, you're going to snap hook it off the planet when you do that. Your shoulders have got to mellow out, and you've got to learn how to release the club passively. You're not trying to flip it over. If you want to know more about this, I've got a great bonus clip I want you to take a look at. Click the link you see up in the corner or down in the description. It's going to take you to a video that explains this whole release process much more, and it's going to show you how you can get more power with less effort in your golf swing.